I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on linear relations. We are actually sharing with you application test questions based on linear equations. The question here is Jaya saves quarters in her piggy bank. She also records both the number of quarters and the mass of the piggy bank as she deposits and withdraws the quarters. Unfortunately, Jaya's sister spills paint on her record sheet, covering up some entries. Jaya keeps recording the mass, but has lost count of the number of coins. If her goal is to save $50, how much should the piggy bank weigh before she breaks it open? Very interesting question, right? You can actually pause the video and answer this question. Here is my approach. So what we see here is that the mass is related to number of quarters, right? So we have the mass is related to number of quarters, correct? So we can say let mass be m and number of quarters be n. Now this is one part. Second, we also know that the piggy bank itself will have some mass, right? There is a mass of piggy bank also. Is to be considered, right? Because if we don't put any quarters, even then that piggy bank is going to weigh something. So clearly we have an example here which is partial variation, right? So we have an example of partial variation. So we can write this as relating mass with this, that the mass m is equal to slope, which is, since I use m here, mass of piggy bank, and slope we normally use m itself. So what we will do here is we'll use capital M here, right? So that there is no confusion, right? So mass of the piggy bank along with the quarters will be slope m times n plus the piggy bank mass, right? Now to find the slope we could use this information. So some has been wiped out, but we have one set of points to work with, two set of points. This can help us to find the slope y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that will be 290 minus 80 divided by 52 minus 10. So that is 210 minus 42. And that is equal to 5 times it will go, right? So we have this slope or rate of change as 5. Now to find this p, we can use one of these values. So we have this equation that the capital M, mass of piggy bank plus the quarters, is equals to 5 times number of quarters plus p. 10 and 80, n is 10 and this is 80. So we get 5 times 10 plus p. So we get 80 minus 50 is the mass of the piggy bank, which is 30. Clear? So from here we get our relation, that is the mass of the piggy bank along with the coins is equal to, the slope is m5 times n plus 30. Is that clear to you? So that becomes the relation between mass and number of quarters. Now the question is, if our goal is to save $50, so in $50, how many quarters do we need? That is what we need to figure out, and we'll place this for n to get the total mass, correct? So let's get back to this. $1 is 4 quarters, right? So $1 equals to 4 quarters. And that means $50 equals to 4 times 50, which means 200 quarters. So that means for us n is equal to 200. So we are going to substitute this value of n in our equation, right, to find the value of mass, which should be of the piggy bank, right? So we can now calculate that the mass should be equals to 5 times 200 plus this is 30. So which means 1030. And the units are in grams, I think, right? So mass of a piggy bank deposit somewhere. Okay, so we'll assume the mass of the piggy bank, right? So the mass is given in grams, so we are going to use the same units. Correct? Is that clear to you? So that is how we are going to find. So the answer here is, if our goal is to save $50, how much should the piggy bank weigh before she breaks it open? It should weigh, so it should be minimum 1.030 kg, or you could write 1030 grams, right? So that becomes the solution for the given question. I hope the steps are absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be excellent. Thanks for your time and all the best.